Hi, Story Corner. I call this little ditty, Where's His Penis? Santa Monica, not a place to trifle with. Commerce-oriented, they have a 3-block-long promenade that sucks money out of tourists like a Hoover slurps up cobwebs. It is a very pretty place, and quite proper. Crime and dissent are actively discouraged by a somewhat militant police department, and to keep the tourists comfortable, a certain political correctness is not only implied, but demanded. There are buskers and street performers, but they are all very talented and never grasping, having had to audition for the job before the city council. It is not without some charm. They have palm trees and various ornaments, 3 of which are large-scale dinosaur statues made of a steel mesh that covered in vines for the skin. They are set in little islands of grass in the cement walkway. One has a water fountain spewing from its mouth. It's nice. So, my daughter Jera is about 4, and I don't know what precocious means, but if it is engagingly intelligent and sharp and fun, then she was and is that. We were doing we were done a family dinner. She and I were going for a walk, and there is a leaf-covered triceratops right outside the restaurant door. I suggest we get closer. Maybe climb it. Are we allowed to? She asks. At 4, she already knew me fairly well. Sure, I say. We just have to climb over this little fence here. No problem. So we do. Now, there are hundreds of tourists flowing past. We're a cute pair, I being on a soap opera at the time and looking like it, she being pretty and sparkling and cute. We cross the tiny lawn and crawl underneath it. Jera looks and sees a branch about 2 feet long hanging down from the rest of the vines right around the back section of its tummy. "Oh, look," she says, "this must be a boy dinosaur." I am huddled under an off-limits display in a virtual police state with a 4-year-old girl surrounded by about 1,000 visitors from places that may be a little less permissive than LA proper, and I get that feeling. Note, we were fairly progressive parents with some definite ideas about not making shame a big tool in our environment. We had 2 daughters, and I was working most days, and we agreed anatomy is a fact and not a sin. As everyone but me were girls, I did not join in that particular discussion, it being more Maria's territory than mine, but clearly some gender differences had come up at some recent point. "Oh," I am still fool enough to ask, "why do you say that?" "Well, there's his penis." I can feel the crowd perk up. She is not and has never been a wallflower, Jera, and at this moment she is almost painfully audible, more so as the crowd slowly stops talking to listen. "Oh, well, yes, sure." I have mentioned that I tend to freeze in tight spots. I am now looking at the aforementioned twig and noting that while the leaves have been stripped off, almost in an effort to make it more phallic, I remember thinking, there is a spot of what looks like bright orange paint on the end of this long brown protuberance. And Jera must have seen the same thing. "Hey! There's blood on his penis!" she announces to the gathering crowd of Christians, mothers, and policemen. "He must be having his period." Now, I know this is not a rude or disturbing conversation, if you know the participants, I'm not guilty of anything, maybe minor trespassing. I know this, but that knowledge did not stop me at that point from grabbing my precocious young daughter and hustling her out and away so fast she had dinosaur leaves in her hair and a sizable lump on her head where I inadvertently smacked it against the brocade beast in my haste to escape, if not recently called child authorities, then the impromptu lynching by about 300 outraged parents on vacation. I had visions of me hanging from one of the triceratops' horns by my bleeding penis, poetically enough. Thank you.